Hey, Shalom Israel, hey, Most High in Christ bless. My name is Captain Benganiah, and today I got a class for you for 15 minutes with the captains called All Nations Will Go Back to Their Appointed Land, and Jerusalem and the people of Jerusalem, the Israelites, shall reign. All right? So let's get started with Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. We're going to get straight into the subject, and I want us to understand how this Bible operates. The Lord has everything already set up for us. It's just the fact that chaos has happened because the children of Israel, we were disobedient, but there's going to be a day where we're going to be put back in our land and we're going to reign over this earth. Start at Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8.
Come on.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, what is it referring to? Their land. Read.
When he separated the sons of Adam.
When the sons of Adam were separated,
he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
The Lord set bounds. Dealing with the landmass, he set bounds. This nation here, this nation there. All right, let's get the precept in the New Testament. Acts chapter 17, verse 26.
Acts chapter 17, verse 26.
Come on.
And had made of one blood all nations of men.
So when it says, and had made one blood all nations of men, who is referring to right here? Adam. Literally saying the exact same thing. I know the apologetics like to take this scripture and butcher it, but it's going back to Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Right. All nations come from Adam. Read it again.
And had made of one blood all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth.
Read.
And had determined the times before appointed.
And had determined the times before appointed of what? Read.
And the bounds of their habitation.
The bounds of their habitation. Where the nations are supposed to be at. Moab in this area. Ammon in this area. Edom in this area. The Israelites in this particular area. Right. The Lord has all that set up already. So now, let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. Watch this.
2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 54.
Read.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
So this is literally what Acts 17, 26 is about, and Deuteronomy 28. This is going to elaborate on it. Read on.
Of him come we all.
Of Adam come all nations. Read.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And also the people whom God chose. The Israelites. Read.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Now that is a very heavy point right there. All nations come from Adam. And he got land masses set up for each and every one of them appointed. But then out of all of that, God has a chosen people, and guess what? This whole world was made for the sakes of the Israelites. Meaning without the Israelites, this world wouldn't be here. This whole world belonged to the Israelites. Read on.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam,
read.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Thou hast said that the other nations, they are nothing. Read on.
But be like unto spittle.
But are like unto spittle, which is spit. Read.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, a vessel would be like your bucket. You got a bucket full of water. If one drop fall, it don't mean anything. You keep it pushing. That's how God look at the other nations. Read.
And now, O Lord, behold these heathen, which have been reputed as nothing.
They've had the reputation in God's sight, according to Isaiah chapter 40, of being nothing. Read.
Have begun to be lords over us.
But now they are lords over the chosen people of God. Read.
And to devour us.
Read.
But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn.
We are the firstborn. Read on.
Thy only begotten.
The only begotten. What does that mean? Out of all nations, the only begotten of God is the children of Israel. God is not dealing with the other nations. He is not a father to them. Right. The only begotten is us. Read.
And thy fervent lover are given into their hands.
Read.
If the world now be made for our sakes.
If the world be made for our sakes, read.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Why don't we have a land where we go to? If this world belonged to us, why aren't we in our land? Why are the children of Israel scattered abroad the whole face of this earth? Read.
How long shall this endure?
And how long shall we endure this? Well, let's go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 15, to show you why we're not in our land. Why are we in the position we're in? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
What'll happen?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Jump down to verse 63. So God told Moses to tell the children of Israel, if you don't hearken to listen to my commandments, my statutes, and my laws this day, that curses will happen upon you and your seed. Now, what are one of the curses that God said would happen to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel? Read.
Verse 63,
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you.
So the Lord had the intentions to do good unto us and for us to be multiplied. But now, because of the judgment of God and his anger of us not listening, the curses upon us. And now God is saying that as he thought to rejoice on us for good, now the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you. Read.
And to bring you to naught.
And to bring us to nothing. Read.
And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
And ye shall be plucked out of the land where we thought to go to possess. Read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
And not only that, we will be scattered throughout the whole world. Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Being called other nations, being called other kindreds, because you in the land of China, you call Chinese. You in the land of Europe, you're a European now. You taking on the customs of the names of these lands wherever you were scattered at. Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Uh-huh.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Read.
And among these nations
And among these nations, wherever we be scattered at, read.
shalt thou find no ease.
The Lord said we wouldn't find no ease. Why is that? Because he wants us to know that these places that we're scattered at is not our place of rest.
Right.
So now, let's deal with the beginning. Before we go there, go to Malachi 3 and 6. Because the Lord had this thing already ordained since the beginning of time, dealing with land plots and where nations are supposed to go. But through our sins, the Lord has done completely different as far as rearranging where our particular places are, where he designated us to be at. Read that.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 6.
Come on.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
Uh-huh.
Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
So the Lord never changed from its original intent since the beginning of time. Therefore, you sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, we're not going to be consumed. Remember, this world was made for our sakes. So now let's go back to the beginning. Let's get the mind on how God operates. Genesis chapter 10, verse 1.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah.
So the generations of the sons of Noah, read.
Shem,
Uh-huh.
Ham, and Japheth.
And Japheth, read.
And unto them were sons born after the flood.
Read.
The sons of Japheth, Gomer
Oh, I'm
and
sorry, read verse 5.
verse 5.
Yep.
By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their land.
By these were the isles of the Gentiles, the nations, divided in their land. So God divided the nations depending upon what nation you come from. If you descend from Ham, he's going to divide you within that region. If you come from Shem, he's going to divide you in that region. If you come from Japheth, he'd divide. God had land masses to divide the nations. Read.
Every one after his tongue, after their families,
Read.
in their nations.
In their nations. Jump to verse 19.
Verse 19. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza,
Unto Gaza, read.
as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah,
Read.
and Admah, and Zebulun, and unto Lasha.
Read.
These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, and their countries.
So the Lord had the Canaanites divided in particular areas. The Hamitic tribes, the Lord gave them a landmass and he separated them by tribes. Jump to verse 31.
Verse 31.
Come on.
These are the sons of Shem, after their families,
Read.
after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations.
Read on.
These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood.
Right. So Genesis, the whole 10th chapter, is going into Shem, Ham, and Japheth being divided by their nations. God was always like that. Ain't nothing new. So now go to chapter 12. Watch how, as time progressed, he started to deal with a particular chosen seed. We're referring to Abraham here. Remember, God always had a chosen seed since the time period of Adam. And now all the way through after the flood, you dealt with Shem's lineage, where it says, blessed be the Lord God of Shem. It went to Arphaxad all the way to Abraham, right? So now we're dealing with Abraham. Read that. Genesis chapter 12, verse 6.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 6. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Sichem, unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land.
So the Canaanites, wherever what the place where Abraham was walking towards, the Canaanites, they was in that land. Read.
And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give thee this
But
land.
God told Abraham, unto your seed will I give this land where the Canaanites are currently dwelling at, which is a Hamitic tribe. Read.
And there builded he an altar unto the Lord.
Read.
He appeared unto him, and he removed from thence unto a mountain of the east of Bethel.
At the east of what?
Bethel.
Read.
And pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord.
So we're going to deal more with this land, and we're going to deal with more with the word Bethel. Go to Genesis chapter 28, verse 15.
Genesis chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land.
So who is the Lord talking to right here? He's talking to Jacob. Read on.
For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of.
What is he talking about? Read on.
And Jacob awake out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place.
Surely the Lord is in this place. What place is he referring to? Let's read.
And I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God.
This place is none other but the house of God. Now watch this. Read.
And this is the gate of heaven.
And this is the gate of heaven. Read.
And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it.
Watch this. Read.
And he called the name of that place Bethel.
What did he call the name of that place?
Bethel.
So it was the same exact place that was shown unto Abraham. Read on.
But the name of that city was called Luz at the first.
So now look up the definition of Bethel. Let's pull it up on the screen. And while we get that, get Deuteronomy 2 and 4. We got it? All right, read that for me.
The Hebrew name Bethel means house of God.
House of what?
House of God.
So the literal name for Bethel is the house of God. Read.
Or house of El. It is derived from the Hebrew words Beth.
So the word Beth means house.
And El.
And El means God. Read.
The name has deep biblical significance.
It has deep biblical significance. Read.
Referring to a sacred city.
To a what?
A sacred city where Jacob famously had a dream of angels ascending and descending a ladder.
Right. That's why it's called the gate of God, because that's where spirits come in and go out between earth and the heavens. So now, go to Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 4. So now, we understood what happened in times past. You had the nations, they was given a land, but God had a particular land given to Abraham and his descendants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which later the 12 tribes of Israel. Now it's about to show how we started to conquer and get those lands. But before we get that, we're going to deal with the other nations on how it shows that they had their lands before we got to the point of getting ours. Deuteronomy 2, verse 4.
Deuteronomy chapter 2 and verse 4. And command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau.
Through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, read.
Which dwell in Seir.
Dwell at Seir, read.
And they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Meddle not with them.
God didn't want us to meddle with them. Why?
For I will not give you of their land.
Because that land belonged to them, read.
No, not so much as a foot breadth. Because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession.
Hey, so the Lord was fair. He gave Esau their portion of land, right? Deuteronomy, read verse 8 through 9. Chapter 2, verse 8 through 9.
Verse 8. And when we passed by from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the way of the plain from Elath, and from Ezion Gabar, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab.
Now, as we're making our journey, we passed from Esau to now we're passing through Moab. Read.
And the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites.
Don't distress the Moabites. Read.
Neither contend with them in battle.
Why?
For I will not give thee of their land for a possession.
Because they had their land too. Jump to verse 19.
Verse 19.
Come on.
And when thou comest nigh over against the children of Ammon.
Now we're dealing with Ammon. Read.
Distress them not.
Read.
Nor meddle with them. For I will not give thee of the land of the children of Ammon.
Read.
Any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for possession.
Right, because that lot belonged to them particularly, verse 25.
Verse 25.
Now watch this.
This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven.
Upon the whole heaven, read.
Who shall hear report of thee, and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee.
Now, why is he saying that? Watch this. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 11, read verse 21 through 24.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 21. That your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, and the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to
From
give
Abraham to Jacob, read.
as the days of the heaven upon the earth.
As the days of heaven upon earth. What is that talking about? Here on earth having rulership, read.
For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments,
If we kept the commandments of God, read.
which I command you to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him.
Read.
Then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you.
Meaning the land of Canaan, all these nations that's before us, the Lord will drive them out, read.
And ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves.
And those nations, we're going to possess them, read.
Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness of Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be.
Our foot's tread shall be ours. The Lord had landmass for us, but guess what? It's much more deeper than that. But go to Exodus chapter 33, verse 1 through 3. How do we get that land? Because the Lord dealt with us at that point in time using Moses to deliver us from Egypt. And now, just like he promised Abraham through Jacob, guess what? That land, we're going to conquer that, and it's going to be by the hand of God being on our side through war. Read that, Exodus 33 through 1 through 3.
Exodus chapter 33 and verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, Depart, and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, Unto thy seed will I give it.
Unto thy seed will I give it, read.
And I will send an angel before thee.
And I'm going to send an angel before you to make this happen, read.
And I will drive out the Canaanite.
And God will drive out those Canaanites, read.
The Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
When it says flowing with milk and honey, that means it's going to have your cattle, it's going to have your crop, it's going to be overflowing in wealth. Read.
For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way.
Now go to Joshua chapter 11, verse 23. So the Lord utilized Moses to get portions of the land. But now watch how we actually got the land. Read.
Joshua chapter 11, verse 23.
Read.
So Joshua took the whole land.
Joshua took all the land. Read.
According to all that the Lord said unto Moses.
Read.
And Joshua gave it for an inheritance unto Israel, according to their divisions by their tribes.
Right.
And the land rested from war.
So the way we got the land was through war. Now pull up the map to show an example of when it says, so Joshua took the whole land according to all the Lord said unto Moses, and Joshua gave it for an inheritance unto Israel according to divisions by their tribes. So here we are. When you look at this map, you got Manasseh, they got a tribe. Ephraim, they got a land mass. Ephraim got a land. Dan got land. Gad got land. Reuben got land. Judah got land. Simeon got land. Every tribe, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Zebulun, all of them have land according to what God has given them. That's what that's going into. So now, go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12, verse 3. But the reason why the Lord wanted us to go to war and to destroy these Canaanites is because this is what they was doing in that land before we got to it. Chapter 12, verse 3.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 3.
Read.
For it was thy will to destroy by the hand of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land.
That's the Canaanites that dwelt there before we got there. Read.
Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft.
Because they was doing most odious works of witchcraft. Read.
And wicked sacrifices.
Read.
And also those merciless murderers of children.
Because they was taking their children and they was giving them to sacrifice to pay homage to their false deity. Read.
And devourers of man's flesh.
Read.
And the feast of blood. With their priests out of the midst of the idolatrous crew. And the parents that killed with their own hands, so destitute of help.
Right, the parents killed with their own hands. Those destitute of help is referring to the kids that they sacrifice. Read.
That the land which thou esteemest above all other.
That the land which thou was esteemed above all other lands, read.
Might receive a worthy colony of God's children.
That's us, the Israelites. We was the holy people that was ordained to be put in that land. But watch this. Go to Isaiah chapter 13. Now we want to deal with future prophecy. That's going to happen in these last days. As Esau is ruling this earth right now, they're in our land right now. They ruling this earth. America's ruling this earth as well, besides those fake Jews, right? They're in our land. It's going to get to a point in time where the other nations are going to start to hate Esau. You're going to have Arabs in the other nations. They're going to conspire and come against America, and this is what's going to happen. Read.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13.
Read.
Therefore I will shake the heavens.
God will shake the heavens. Why? Read.
And the earth shall remove out of her place. In the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Because it's going to be the day of God's fierce anger. Read.
And it shall be as the chase roe.
The it here is referring to Esau, Edom, America. Shall be as a chase roe or a chase deer. Read.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
And no man's going to take this sheep up. But watch what's going to happen with the other nations that are in this land. Read.
They shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land.
So the people of this land that are intermingled in, like your Arabs, your Chinese, your East Indians, all these other nations, they're here during the day when America's about to get destroyed. Every man's going to flee to their own land, in which they think. The land that they're currently at now, where Moab is at now, guess what? The Chinese, that land they got, that's not their original land. God is going to use us to put them back in their land. Let's prove it. The next chapter, verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
Read.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
God will have mercy on the Israelites. Read.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
And we're going to be set back in our own land, Jerusalem. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them.
And we, the people, shall take the heathens. Read.
And bring them to their place.
And we're going to do what?
And bring them to their place.
What is the their place referring to? It goes right back to what we showed you in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. They have a land that belongs to them. We're going to put them back in their land. That's what that scripture is talking about. So when we rule this earth, Moab, Chinese, y'all go here. This is the land we giving to y'all. Hey, you East Indians, y'all belong here. This is the land. No, y'all don't belong here. We taking you, bring it back here. Hey, you Russians, come here. This is the land that belongs to y'all. They're not going to be in the land of Jerusalem because that land only belongs to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2.
Come on.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Right, read.
And shall be exalted above the hills.
Read on.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
So what is the mountain of the Lord's house? That's referring to the land of Israel. It's going to be exalted above every other nation, every other landmass. Jerusalem will be at the top. Read.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Read.
To the house of the God of Jacob.
That's right, read.
And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Read.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
And once we get back into our proper order, we being put back in our land, and our God Christ ruling over this earth, guess what? The whole world, they're going to learn our principles, our laws, our ways, because they've been corrupted for so long. Because we haven't been put in our position, and our God is now ruling on this earth. And when he rules this earth, get Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. I want y'all to understand one thing. Just because we're going to be in the land of Jerusalem, that don't mean we're just going to be stuck there. Nah, y'all got it twisted. Read that.
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 10.
Read on.
And had made us unto our God kings and priests.
So when we get our rightful rulership, we're going to be kings and priests in the sight of this whole world under our God. Read.
And we shall reign on the earth.
And we shall what?
And we shall reign on the earth.
So guess what? Just like how America has embassies, you're going to have Israel, Jerusalem, the government, the 144. We're going to be all over this earth making sure that God's words is being enforced. And those that don't obey, get that in Zechariah chapter 14, verse 16.
Come on.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 16. And it shall come to pass.
It will come to. This is going to happen. Y'all can't refute these scriptures. Read.
That every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem.
So that's all that in Psalms chapter 83. All you nations that conspired against this. Those that are left after the judgment, read.
Shall even go up from year to year to worship the King.
We're going to make sure y'all worship our King. Read.
The Lord of hosts. And to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
And y'all going to be keeping our laws. We're going to make sure that happen. We're going to teach y'all ways and y'all going to keep them. Read.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King.
And if you don't obey, read on.
The Lord of hosts even upon them shall be no rain.
Guess what? If your kings don't make y'all come up to our land to worship during the Feast of Tabernacles, Passover, these different days, and y'all ain't coming into the city, y'all going to be on the outskirts. But if y'all don't come up, our God is going to make sure judgment happens to y'all. No rain. And you know what that means? No crops, animal starvation. Right. That means y'all won't be, it's going to be death that's going to happen. Right. We're going to show you that you're going to make sure to serve our God. Read on.
And if the family of Egypt go not up.
So the land of the Egyptians, the Canaanites, if y'all don't come up, read.
And come not, that have no rain.
They ain't going to have no rain, read.
There shall be the plague, wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen, that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Read. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Right, so that show you that, guess what? Jerusalem, we're going to reign this earth. Every nation, y'all going to be put back in y'all land, and guess what? Things are going to be in this proper order. Right. The Israelites, we're going to be ruling. We're going to rule in righteousness. Don't worry. Right. But understand this one thing. We're going to rule this earth. Jerusalem is going to be the homeland, and we're going to set order, and we're going to reign in righteousness. So with that, hey, Most High in Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
Nation is men leading by example.